All right, good afternoon and welcome to the grand opening for Uptiv Health. It's a newer healthcare company that is established in Tennessee, and then Torben here is from Portland. But they're opening up their first clinic here in Westland, Michigan. And basically, for those who need infusion type treatments for various forms of ailments, this is a more comfortable, non-hospital venue, and people can go in and get their treatment, and then generally infusions to avoid having to take pills and medications. And so it's a exciting new healthcare opportunity here for Westland and Western Wayne County. We welcome Torben and your team here to Westland, and we wish you all the best going forward. And now I will turn it over to Deputy Mayor Jim Godbout for his words of welcome on behalf of the City of Westland.
Thanks, Dan. And as you can see, we've got a lot of directors here. I've got another City Councilwoman, Melissa Sampe, here. So opening up a business in Westland is a big deal to the community, and we appreciate your investment in the community and making Westland the first clinic location in the country. So this is a really big deal as far as the City of Westland is concerned. So we appreciate your coming to Westland and being a support mechanism throughout our community.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and I would just say we've been overwhelmed by the welcome here in Westland. We know that we made the right decision. This is a new infusion model. We are very excited about it, and starting here in Westland, we couldn't imagine a better place. We've been open for 4.5 months, and we are off to the races. We thank everybody, and we would just encourage you, if you need infusion, talk to your specialist or your provider. Mention Uptiv Health, and we will take good care of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Like I said, we really appreciate you being, having this as your first location in the country. So, with that, we're going to count down from 3 and do the actual ribbon cutting. So, 3, 2, 1,
0.
Thank you.
Hello, we're here with the CEO of Uptiv Health, Torben Nielsen, and we're at your grand opening today. And the first location in the United States for your company, but you started about 2 years ago. Can you tell us about what got the company started and what was the mission to lead us to today?
Yeah. That's a great question. We were looking at the infusion market and seeing a gap in terms of how infusion care is really provided in the U.S. We feel that we can humanize that experience. Today, most infusion happens in hospital settings. Nobody really wants to go to a hospital, and it's a very hectic environment. It's hard to find parking. Once you get there, it's a big room full of other patients getting infusion. We felt, there's a way to do it better and to really humanize it. And so we want to be in neighborhoods where patients live, where they, work. And we looked at, a big map of the U.S. and felt Detroit is a really good area. We came out here a year ago and looked at locations and found a really beautiful spot here in Westland, right next to Leo's, right next to Qdoba and Starbucks. And are really providing a very modern retail-based infusion experience where you get your private suite, Wi-Fi-enabled services, flat-screen TV, drinks, snacks. It's almost a spa-like experience that we're trying to provide for our patients. And that's really important because the patients getting infusion often need to get it for the rest of their lives. It's how they get their medication. For some reason or another, oral medication doesn't work for them, and so they need it intravenous in the arm. And for them to come into an environment where it's a welcoming environment, it's very soothing and calming. You can spend hours with us in your private suite. You can work, you can watch your favorite Hulu or Netflix series. It's a very different experience than what most patients are used to today.
What are the most common diagnoses that you treat here?
Yeah, so we work with rheumatologists, neurologists, GIs that see patients that have MS, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's and colitis, some severe allergy and asthma patients need infusion. And so they get referred to us from their specialist. And then we take care of all the paperwork. We have a patient app where they get notifications on the appointments. They can chat with our care team via secure chat functionality in the app itself. And they can also just stay on top of their medications as well.
How do patients get referred for this type of treatment, and how does it work with insurance?
Yeah. So we have contracts with all insurance providers in Michigan, so it's all covered by insurance. And the patients usually work with their specialists, right, on their treatment. If the specialist deems that you need infusion, they would refer that patient to Uptiv. And then from there, we take over the patient care and we administer the infusion in our beautiful clinic. And then, stay in touch with the specialists so they are aware of the treatment course that we are helping them, administer for that patient.
How much square footage do you have in this location? How many employees are you starting with?
Yeah, so we're starting out with 3 clinicians. We have a nurse practitioner, we have a registered nurse, and we have a medical assistant. And in this beautiful location, it's about 2,500 square feet. We have 8 private suites. 6 of them are, just for you and maybe a friend. Then we have 2 family suites, and so often when you need infusion, it's nice to have other family members with you, or maybe you have kids, right? And you need to bring them to your infusion appointment as well. And we have dedicated family suites that are a little bigger, where you can feel comfortable, having 5 or 6 other people join you.
What brought you to Westland to start, and what's your plans for growth going forward?
Yeah. So we looked at a lot of different criteria in terms of where we wanted to set up our first clinic in the U.S. And Detroit, based on all these different criteria, just bubbled up among the top 5. And as we started looking at Detroit and touring and driving around into various neighborhoods, we found this beautiful spot in Westland. And Westland itself is just a great area for us because it's very close to some of the referral providers that we are working with. There's a lot of hospital systems around Westland. And so it's kind of in the center. And we couldn't have chosen a better spot. The welcoming from the local community has been great. This grand opening event has been overwhelming, and we are so appreciative of all the community members coming out, opening up these doors with us. It's been great.
And what do you look as far as where else do you see growth coming for you in the near future?
Yeah, so we already, given the demand that we've seen, based on this clinic, we are now opening up our second clinic. That'll be in Troy, and we're hoping to open up our doors with a similar big bang sometime in early spring.
Well, Torben, we wish you all the best with all the patients and the service and the opportunity for more comfortable health care in our area. We wish you all the best here in Westland going forward.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the welcome and this grand opening. This has been tremendous, and really appreciate it. And we look forward to serving the community here in Westland and surroundings.
That was Torben Nielsen, the CEO of Uptiv Health, at its grand opening today.